Hello everyone, I'm Kassan Henry, aka The Theorist, KEH. I'm also the host of the World of Ideas Internet Radio program. But I'm here to introduce to you the Who is Barack Obama video series. And let me give you a little bit about that series. This YouTube video series will be a collection of reviews of articles and books written about President Barack Obama. That means I'll talk about articles and books that were written by academics and intellectuals or journalists, community organizers, pastors, political scientists, and obviously people will be writing about Barack Obama from different perspectives. Some will be writing from a very critical perspective, those who are not pleased with him, those who are disgusted with him for many reasons, and also you have people who applaud him and actually respect him and believe in everything he's done to date. However, I'm going to try to talk about how people think about him and offer a way for us to have a sensible dialogue. And that means the audience for this particular series will perhaps vary. I think some people will tune into the reviews that are on books by people who are bashing Obama, and then I might have some people tuning in when I'm reviewing books that are in support of President Barack Obama. I'm hoping that I will find a collection of people who are interested in engaging in a public discourse around a very important issue, President Barack Obama, in a sensible way. And by sensible, I mean one in which we don't commit a common fallacy, which is called ad hominem, when we attack the person when in an argument, rather than being very critical of the ideas and the propositions being tossed around in the argument. So I guess I'll learn who else is very much interested in having such a dialogue and in service of democratic practice. Let me get into the format. Okay, so I know on YouTube we shouldn't have videos that are hours and hours long, so my videos will be very short. They won't go past 15 minutes, and I'll try to review one work within 15 minutes. It won't be possible for all the works because some books are just very long, 800 words, 800 pages plus. But for the short ones, especially articles, in academic journals, which range from 20 to 30, 40 pages, I know I can hash those out in about 15 minutes, one episode. But for those books that are perhaps, let's say, 200 to 500 pages, I might need about 2 or 3 parts for a particular review. That means I will have a certain review on a particular book and have 3 different parts, part 1, part 2, part 3. And for those works that are about 800 pages plus, we might need 4 to 5 parts. Okay. How will I review the books? Let's get into that. Well, one of the things I'm going to do is try to give you a little info about the book, about the author, of course, and talk a little bit about the form and the size of the book, and then we'll get down to business. One of the main things I would do with every work is talk about the purpose, the author's purpose, what the author is trying to get through, his or her mission. And in order to do that, I'm going to bring out some of the key questions that the author is concerned with. And after talking about these key questions, hoping that these questions will point to problems and you will get an idea as to why this book was written and what the author wishes to accomplish. The second step would be to talk about the author's point of view, how they are seeing the world, how they are viewing the issues that they are talking about. And that means I will try to frame the concepts, and that's going to take a little investigation. Some writers are very forthcoming about how they are analyzing or writing or researching material and the kind of intellectual or ideological rubric they are pledging to. And so that means some of these concepts may be stated or may not be stated, and I'll take it as a responsibility on, for me to you to hash these things out. And that means I'll try to dig out certain assumptions we all have assumptions about how things should be, whether or not we say them up front. Next, details. I'll try to bring out some important details and information. Maybe it's data, it could be a fact check, it could be a reference or sources that the author is using that may help you trust their information or believe in them more, and see them as being a worthwhile informant on the issues that we'll be talking about. And at the end of this, I'll get into the implications. I'll try to follow the chain of logic and see what the authors are implying or where they're trying to go, whether or not they state it or not. And then I'll try to pull out the author's inferences, their conclusions, So in other words, hey, what is going to happen at the end of the day because of all of this, because of their research? How can we now see the world? How can we now process events? How can we now better understand President Barack Obama? How can we conclude on his behavior or his policies, his decisions and stuff like that? And last but not least, I'll talk about the quality of the writing. That means I'll talk briefly about whether or not it was an easy read, very quick, nice easy words, or whether or not it was a very laborious read or very academic and maybe kind of reading that you need a dictionary with, or you need to refer to other academic texts, or if you need any type of background or specific information, especially when we review books that are very heavily academic, based on political theories or economic theories and that kind of stuff. And at the very, 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 very end, I'll talk about my own reflections and judgment of the work at hand. All right? And I think that's it here. This is my intro to the Who is Barack Obama series. Again, my name is Kassan Henry, and I look forward to having a nice exchange. It don't have to be too nice. We can roll up the sleeves. Feel free to send some comments for those of you who are interested in me talking about certain books. Feel free to contact me and let me know. Or if you want to continue a discussion on a particular book, feel free to let me know. I'm all for it. But for those of you who are kind of vulgar and don't really want to hear anything about Barack Obama, feel free to express yourself, but try to do it in a respectful way if you can. Thank you very much. See you soon for our first installment. Bye.